Let's just bring you to breaking news now. We've got figures released just moments ago by the Office for National Statistics showing that the UK economy has shrunk, meaning we could be on the way to a recession. Let's find out a little bit more analysis, though. Our business presenter, Ian King, joins me now from the City. Morning to you, Ian. So a few figures out just now. What do they tell us about the economy?
Yes, I mean, you've just touched on the probably the most crucial one, Anna, which is the GDP revision. Now, this is from the Office for National Statistics this morning. It concerns the third quarter of this year, in other words, July, August and September. Previously, the ONS had said the economy had grown by 0.2%. They've revised that down to a contraction of 0.1%. Most of the damage has been done in the services sector, which was previously thought to have contracted by 0.1%. The ONS says it now contracted by 0.2%. On the other hand, construction has been revised upwards from 0.1% to 0.4%. Meanwhile, production, which includes manufacturing, well, that is now seen as having grown by 0.1% from no growth previously. But it's the fact that services has contracted to that extent. Obviously, that makes up the bigger part of the economy. It means that you now have a contraction in the third quarter. And as you say, potentially, that means the UK could be in recession. The technical definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. So if we get another quarter of negative growth in the current quarter, October, November, December, that means the UK will have technically gone into recession during the second half of the year. And you will, of course, recall that we had some pretty terrible numbers the other day in respect of October. Big contraction there, 0.3% to the downside. Potentially, it means the UK is in recession. Now, what appears to have done the damage, looking at the ONS revision, is consumer-facing parts of the economy, and in particular, telecommunications and computer programming had quite a big contraction. That's what's done the damage. The ONS making the point that this quarter, Q3, it was actually the biggest downturn in consumer-facing services, consumer-facing part of the economy, since the September, first quarter of 2021, when, of course, you will recall that the UK went into another COVID-related lockdown. So it really does speak to the fact that consumers are watching the pennies, and that it chimes with actually a lot of the anecdotal evidence that we've had around the economy. Now, the other piece of data that we've had in the last 10 minutes or so is retail sales figures for November. And they showed a month-on-month increase in retail sales volumes of some 1.3%, which is significantly better than expected. The market was looking for a growth of 0.4% there. It looks as though the so-called Black Friday promotional period has boosted retail sales. But I think the big news this morning is that the UK economy contracted in the third quarter, and potentially that means we could be into a recession right now.